Sir, amidst the declining economic growth, increasing debt, political instability, and whatnot, I am genuinely curious that why did you feel the need to come to LUMS and address the students here? No, I'm sorry, it's not a humiliating question.
No, I
But
don't get humiliated by
I
such
am
things.
genuinely curious that amidst all these situations and conditions situations that are happening in Pakistan and are affecting the people, why did you feel like, what was the motive behind this invite, or rather you're coming to LUMS? I want to know.
Okay, thanks. Not just like yourself, but I do get puzzled by all these challenges which we are in the midst of it. Political, social, economic, all of it. And on the top of that, I've got a role also to play, to respond to all these challenges. And while I am dispensing all these duties of my constitutional duties, I had a plan to go to all the capitals of all the provinces. And Lahore was the last, unfortunately. I did not come to Punjab. I did come to Janawala when that incident occurred, but didn't come to Punjab's capital, Lahore. And when we were discussing my visit here in Lahore, the idea to come to LUMS fascinated me so much because I wanted to see that are there genuinely people in our generation who can take up to the challenges of all that in which I find myself in the midst as in a deep crisis. You also find yourself. Because when I come across other sections of the society, I at times am not that hopeful. Let me be very honest. And I always am looking for the solution-based and answers that where and how can we get out of it, and who would be the people and the human resource and the individuals who would play a role to turn around this, because the crisis is there. No one can deny that. You might have a different approach to resolve that crisis. I may have a different approach to that. But we do need a kind of human resource and individuals who could be engineers of social change, who could be contributors towards the settlement of this crisis. And every nation and any nation has taken such paths. So where do we get our raw material? LUMS is one answer. IBA, another one. GIK, third one. And there are few others also. So this is one of the reasons that I was very much attracted towards the institution of LUMS. And I decided that I have to be here, and that's why I'm here. And I'm sorry if you are disappointed. Available, it's your choice.
हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम।
तो सुबह डॉन न्यूज़ में पब्लिश हुआ था कि पाकिस्तान ने अफ़गान जो रेफ्यूजीज़ हैं उनको डिपोर्ट करना शुरू कर दिया है, और दो अफराद जो हैं वो कंटेनर के उल्टा होने से, जो हमारे सामान के जो कंटेनर्स होते हैं उसमें उनको भर भर के डाला जा रहा है और बॉर्डर्स के पास जाके छोड़ा जा रहा है। तो दो अफराद हलाक हैं, 14 ज़ख्मी हैं। एज केयर टेकर PM of the country, as the premier of the country, do you not think that this is, again, we make it seem to the rest of the world that we are so magnanimous, look, we're a poor country, we're struggling so much, but we've taken in millions of Afghan refugees and we're giving them a chance at a good life. Is this a chance at a good life? And what is your government essentially going to do to ensure that such loss of life, like we've seen this morning, does not happen, and that they're treated humanely, even if the deportation is happening, that it follows the due process of the law and it follows refugee law as well at the same time?
First of all, I get so overwhelmed and so happy when people and youngsters like yourself speak with passion. I really like it. This is the way one should be. First of all, my dear, where are you from? Are you from Lahore? Where are you from, if I may ask? Karachi. Okay. First of all, we are not sending one single refugee to Afghanistan. This is the biggest skewed presentation of our policy, which I keep repeatedly explaining to the people in my cabinet, outside the cabinet, on the TV, and give it to her. I have to explain it to her like I do it to my cabinet colleagues. There are around 5 million Afghans on this soil for last 50 years, or 40 or 45 years. And there are 3 categories of those people. The one is registered Afghan refugee, whom we have got obligation according to 1951 Geneva Convention, which, by the way, was the product of Holocaust, and it was during, not during post-Second World War, when the Holocaust was happening in Germany. The Jews were running away, and they were trying to have asylum in different parts of the world. This 1951 Geneva Convention was designed by League of Nations and then adopted by United Nations. We are, by the way, not signatory to that convention, Pakistan as a state. Let me clarify that too. Without a signatory, we have entertained those refugees for 40, 45 years. And anyone who's registered with UNHCR and our authorities as a refugee and who's residing either in the camps or otherwise is not being sent back. This is not what we are doing. Then there are people, which is around 1 or 1.2 million, who are categorized as illegal aliens. They don't have any sort of documents. They don't have travel documents. They either are here, we don't know, maybe leading a prayer in a mosque, or engaging with a terrorist, or maybe with a drug lord, or maybe contributing as a nurse in some hospital. They're both categories, good and bad both. But we are not visible to that. We don't know. I don't know whether you are a good student or a poor student. But you are a student. That's all I know. So in my system, I don't have visibility on them, and there is a need which all the countries around the world do, including Afghanistan. If you attempt and if you try to go there without documents, without Pakistani passport, you will see what kind of experiment you get over there. They don't allow entry without documents. You have to have a visa, a travel document, but for them, they want to have it all free. So what we have done here, that we are trying to bring them into a system, and all these illegal aliens, phase-wise, we are sending them back, encouraging them to go voluntarily, or otherwise send them back. According to the law, there is law, Foreign Act is there, which empowers us that we send back any foreigner or alien who is not into our lawful system. Once they go back, they have all the right to come back. They are not perpetually banned from re-entering into Pakistan. If they want to come back, they should issue a travel document from their own country, go to our mission, get a visa from there, whether they want to come for studies, for business, for any other purpose, just tourist visa, whatever. They definitely can come. But we need a regulated moment and regime with our neighbor. We should have done it earlier. We are late, but we're going to do it now.
Sir, I absolutely agree. There needs to be, a documentation of all the citizens of Pakistan, and we obviously cannot proceed without having Nadra cards, without having CNICs, all of that. They also cannot then access the healthcare system and other provisions. I completely agree with you there. What we saw this morning was people being loaded into cargo trucks, and I don't know if you would want to deny the Dawn News report as completely false, in which circumstance this conversation would not be happening, but 2 people have died in the legal process of deportation that is happening.
Some 90,000 people have been killed in this country, while some sort of role of such individuals has been identified and concluded by the authorities in this country. I mean, I am pained too, as like you are pained by these 2 deaths. There are many deaths on all the sides. Are we for the deaths? No. Has an accident happened? I will see into that. Was it deliberate? No. We're not murderers. Come on.
Absolutely. You know, I'm not saying that we
Right?
are. Yeah.
And